ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this video, and it's post E3 now, well, the press conferences anyway, and I want to give you my thoughts upon them. First of all, if you hear a rattling, it's because the window next to me is rattling because it's windy as fuck. Second of all, next Saturday, not this Saturday, but next Saturday, in Sydney, there is a nerd convention, Supernova. It's on Saturday and Sunday. I will be there both days, so if you're going, come and say hello. I'm the tall one. I'll be walking around and around and around and around and around, and I'm tall, look out for me. Come say hello. If you do see me, it's next Saturday and Sunday. I'll put a link in the description in case you want to go and check it out. It's got games, comic books, Japanese animated porn, you know, all that kind of stuff that you nerds like. So I'll be there both days. Now, E3. Press conferences, for the most part, were all pretty shitty. Nintendo obviously won, followed by Sony and Microsoft, which is what I predicted. Now, my predictions went to shit this E3. I think I got two things right. I got the fact that Far Cry 3 will be announced, and Far Cry 3 looks fucking awesome too. And then Xbox will focus on media, like your television and all that kind of stuff, which they did. And that was it. There was no Gabe Newell announcing Half-Life at PlayStation. There was no Grand Theft Auto. There was fucking no Kevin Butler. Fuck you, PlayStation. So that kind of annoyed me. Start with Microsoft. Microsoft sucked dick. You know, this seems to be a trend of the whole E3 press conferences. Name me one new IP. Thank you. If you don't know what an IP is, intellectual property, which means a new game, a new series, a new whatever. So games like LA Noire would be a new IP because it's new, it's not a Grand Theft Auto, it's not a whatever. So name me one. Exactly, you can't. We opened with Call of Duty. Meh, it looks good, but you know, people are going to buy it because it's Call of Duty. We don't need to see it, but it did look good. Except Robert Bowling was playing it, so then we went into, I haven't written any of this down, so if I forget things, I apologise. Then we went into the only good thing about Microsoft's E3. Shut the fuck up, Mother Earth, you cunt. And then we went into what I think was the surprise of the whole E3 in terms of quality was Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider looks really good. It does look really, really, really awesome. It's got more of a hardcore tone to it than previous Tomb Raiders, and it actually looks good, unlike the other Tomb Raiders. Except it seemed a little bit too QuickTime heavy for me, but other than that, it looks good. Gears of War 3, who cares? And those two simple words can be attributed to a lot that we saw in all companies. Who cares? As you would expect, Xbox was Kinect heavy. I don't mind that because I understand that that's what you're trying to get out. And this is what really pissed me off. And I was ready to fucking, because I had to get up. Well, I stayed up till 3 o'clock in the morning to watch this. And then got up the next day. So I slept about 2 hours and then got up to watch Sony. So I was in a shitty mood all night. The Kinect. I understand what you're trying to do with it. Now, I admit, and a lot of other people will admit that, yes, Microsoft, you do need to make the hardcore gamers like me and you guys interested in Kinect. And you don't do that by doing what you did. Now, games like Mass Effect 3 will have voice commands. Last time I checked, I could play a lot of Tom Clancy games, Ghost Recon, GRAW 2, I would assume, and Rainbow Six and Rainbow Six 2 with voice commands using a headset. Why do I need to pay, you know, 150, 200 bucks for a Kinect when that can do it? And not only that, does the Kinect recognise Australian accents? No. Does it recognise Spanish? No. Does it recognise French, Italian, Russian? No. What's the fucking point? You know, who would pay that much money so they can go, Liara, fuck me in the ass? You know, no one wants to do that. And that seems to be the whole thing. And then on GRAW, Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter, is that what it is? I think so. And then they went and shown this gun thing where you can go like this and the whole gun will come apart and there's different combinations you can do with receivers and gas something. Who fucking cares? It's a video game. I mean, it is cool, but you know, it's cool for gun-loving Second Amendment Americans. I don't know what a gas thingamajig is. Just give me a gun and let me shoot people. That's all I care about. And then, you know, more of the voice commands. Fable, oh Jesus. Now, I hate Fable. I hate Fable 1, I hate Fable 2, and I hate Fable 3. But I would be, if I was a Fable fan, I would be fucking irate that Fable is now an on-rails shooter. And it's exactly what it is. And that Peter Molyneux, you are a fucking useless piece of shit. You are just useless. And on on-rails shooter is Fable. Then other stuff we got was all this different television stuff that will probably be in America only, so I don't care. Halo, the first Halo remade, whoop-de-doo. Who cares? Then Halo 4, which a lot of people care about, I understand that, but it's not being made by Bungie, so it's kind of like the Call of Duty situation of Sledgehammer's very first game. Will it be any good? And they have a lot to live up to in Halo. That was about it. If there's anything I forgot, I don't care. Then we go into Sony. The trouble with Sony is, and definitely the trouble with Nintendo, is they talk too much and don't show anything, which is perfectly fine for press conference, but it's boring as fuck to watch. Sony, nothing really interested me, but they had Uncharted there. They had, didn't show any Twisted Metal, thank God. What else did they have? I can't remember any of it because I'm so tired. They had something. What did they have? Fuck! They had exclusive content for Saints Row that we don't even know what it is. They have exclusive content for Battlefield 3. You'll get Battlefield 1943. But just the way Sony presented it, I think, shit all over Microsoft. You know, they announced the NGP, the PlayStation Vita, which is a horrible fucking name. But then again, if you think about it, you got the PSP, the PS3, and now the PSV, so it kind of makes sense in that way. So I do like that aspect of it. But Vita, I mean, fuck's sake, what about PlayStation Velocity, PlayStation Velcro, PlayStation Vagina, you know, all this kind of... Anyway. So we got to see that. It looks impressive. Again, I don't care about it. $200 bucks. 250 bucks US. It's probably going to be like $1,000 over here, so I don't care. But just you know, all the stuff that's in it is pretty cool. I did like it. They showed off other games I can't remember. I do apologise. Then we went into Nintendo, which was today. Nintendo was by far the best because they had Reggie. Sorry if you can get Reggie in your press conference and you will automatically win. But Reggie's amazing. They had the orchestra there, which was pretty cool to see. Miyamoto was there, and the other guy, man, I can't remember his name. I mean, that's insulting. Can't remember his name. And he was there, so all three Nintendo top guys were there, which is pretty cool to see. Speaking in the English. But then the translator was there, and he was speaking over the guy who was speaking Japanese, and it just kind of sounded weird. What else did we see? Of course, we saw all the new 3DS games. So now would be a good time to buy the 3DS if you were waiting, because you've got Mario Kart, Luigi's Mansion, Sky Fox, all these other different games. And that's another thing. The whole E3, like I said, no new IPs. It's just all pretty much sequels, threequels, quadricles. What would be? Wait, sequel, threequel, quad. No, fuck it. You know what I mean. And all that kind of stuff. So who cares? Then those same games will be on the Wii U, which is fucking a stupid name, but it makes sense in a way. I mean, the whole time, like, the controller is pretty much an iPad with buttons, and I was sitting there saying, okay, 20 minutes later, okay, when are we going to get to see the box? Because the box is what's fucking important, not this fucking stupid controller that everyone will just throw away if they release a classic controller. That would be the only reason I would buy one, if they actually had the box, which is supposed to rival that of the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3, with a normal controller. I don't want to fucking use this huge thing. I don't want to go like this. Just give me a controller, goddammit, and that would make me interested in it. But other than that, it was pretty a weak E3 from all conferences. I mean, Ubisoft and EA, I watched a bit of EA, and when they got into the sports game, switched it off, couldn't be fucked with it. And then the replay of Ubisoft I really don't want to watch because I've already seen it all. Assassin's Creed, Far Cry. So the best of E3 this year for me, I think, was seeing Far Cry, Saints Row, and Lara Croft in terms of games. The hardware I don't care because I'm not going to buy any of it. The lowlights were probably Microsoft fucking everything up, the Kinect heavy bullshit, and no goddamn Kevin Butler. What is wrong with you people? Shit. Okay, so those are my E3 thoughts. Post yours below. Love to see. So we'll grade them. Microsoft D-, PlayStation B, and Nintendo A-. There you go. So Nintendo first, Sony second, and Microsoft third. So do that if you want, rate it. So until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I'm out. Have a good one. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Au revoir.